In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to blow dry and style your hair with these loose curls. I'm also going to show you what my favorite products are to use to achieve this. So if you want to see how this is achieved, please keep watching. The first thing I do after I shampoo and condition the hair is I put Olaplex No. 6 Bond Smoother before I brush it. It doesn't take a whole lot of this product to get throughout the hair. I use a little bit less if they have less hair, but I just work it throughout the hair. This is a very good detangler, and it also is amazing when you're blow drying the hair because she does have very frizzy hair, so it makes it very smooth. Now I just brush the hair working from the ends up. I use the wet brush. This is one of my favorites for getting all the tangles out. So now I'm going to use the Kenra blow dry spray before I dry it. This is going to protect the hair from the heat of the dryer, and it has a really good smell. Now I'm going to go in and start drying the hair with my Dyson Pro dryer. I'm just working my way through with just my hand. I'm not using a brush at first just to get the majority of the moisture out. I will say that this Dyson is my favorite dryer. It cuts the time in half. I'm not sitting here drying her hair for as long as I used to. Now that I've gotten a majority of the moisture out of her hair, I'm going to section it off, starting right where her ear is at. With her hair, I'm going to use the Boar bristle brush. It's a round brush and it makes it smooth. I also put the styling concentrator attachment onto my dryer. Make sure that whenever you are using a hair dryer, you always put an attachment on it if you're going to style it with a brush, because you can cause damage if you put the hair dryer directly onto the brush. So I work my way through the rest of the hair, smoothing it out until it's dry. Now when the hair is dry, I make sure at the very end I use the cool set setting on the dryer to make sure that all the frizz is gone. Now I'm going to section it again right where her temple is at. And then I start drying it just like I did with the last section. Now I'm going to let all the hair down, and I'm going to start blow drying her bang area first. Now you don't necessarily have to have bangs, but the front piece I dry differently than I dry the rest of the hair. I pull it forward, so that way you can get that volume and it lays really pretty. So I'm going to start by pulling it all forward. And then just like before, smoothing it out with a hair dryer. If you want more volume, you can over direct, so you pull the hair up. But with her in particular hair, I pull it down just so that she doesn't have a definite part. She was actually holding the camera, so that's why it's so wobbly. And then I just smooth it out to the side, and then do the rest of the hair just like I did before. Now that all the hair is smooth, I'm going to go with my Tang My Identity Defender Spray. It smells really good, and I spray it all throughout the hair. This is going to be a heat protectant before you start to curl it. I am going to run my brush through it the same wet brush just to make sure that it's all smooth. And then just like I did with blow drying it, I am going to section it off again right where her ear is at. And then the curling iron I'm going to use is the Hot Sets extended barrel curling iron. The extended barrel is really good for long hair because it can get all of the hair on the curling iron at once. Then I'm going to take a section of hair and start curling it away from the face at mid shaft, so the middle of the section, and start pulling the hair all the way down. I'm not going to go all the way to the ends. I am going to leave a little piece out and then pull it down. You can do whatever amount of hair you want in each section that you're going to do. I did a little bit bigger of a section. Now with the next strand, I'm going to curl the opposite direction as I did the first one. This is going to prevent the curls from bunching up. A lot of times people complain that whenever they're curling their hair, as the day goes by, they end up getting one curl on each side that bunches up together. This is what's going to prevent it by curling it opposite. So the next side, or the next section, I'm going to curl the opposite as I did the last one. Again, starting in the middle, curling all the way up. And the reason why I'm touching the hair while it's on the curling iron is I'm going to feel the heat. This is going to help me know that it's done. It's just a little trick that I've done. And then that last section I'm going to curl all together. Around the face, you always want to curl away from the face. Now make sure you do not brush through this. You're going to grab the next section and do the same thing. You're going to spray the heat protectant on it, and then you're going to curl. The reason why you start in the middle of the section curling up is because that's what's going to give you that curl. If you start at the bottom and roll up, it's just going to curl the hair under instead of giving that really pretty curl. Now that it's all curled, I'm going to grab my wet brush, it's a vent brush, and I'm going to comb through it. Don't do this with a regular brush because it will take all of the curl out, but if you use a vent brush like this, it will make the curls look beachy. And you just brush through it all. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you liked this one and want to see more, please like and subscribe.